morning, y'all. Welcome back. This is episode 180. That is 180 of Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow, the number one Arrowverse podcast on Pornhub. I am your host, the self-knighted Sir Cussalott Travis Pointer, aka the Dragon King. I am not Sir Cussalott. I'm sorry, it's Lord Cussalott Travis Pointer, aka the Dragon King, aka Big T, aka T Money, aka Sweet T, aka Black Merlin, aka the HNIC. And I'm joined as always by my co-host Mara the Shark Watkins.
Hello there.
This thing.
What is that?
That's the official document stating that I am a lord. People be forgetting, including me. One of these
double
days.
Check that it was still there.
No, I forgot to say it. And the thing is, like, I also forget that I can legally just write Lord Travis Pointer or anything that I sign from now on. I need to start doing it. Like 100% need to do that, because why the fuck not?
Touche.
I'm talking like official government documents kind of shit. Like
I know.
Like birth certificate. Like my next driver's license can say Lord Travis Pointer. Probably not, but still. But I can sign that way.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, can I? Can I put that as my name on like my driver's license and shit? I need to look that up.
I was gonna say you should look that up.
I will. Because if I can, I will. But anyway, we're not here to talk about me and my lordship. What we're here to talk about is the Arrowverse on the CW. You know, them shows: Supergirl, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Arrow, Black Lightning, Batwoman, Stargirl, Superman and Lois, Naomi.
I forgot Supergirl was a thing until you said it just now.
I mean, last season or so kind of makes us all wish it wasn't a thing, but you know, it's okay. But that's what we're here to talk about. So we should probably talk about them and them things.
Let's do that.
All right, where you want to start?
Let's start with Naomi.
Okay, we can start with Naomi. The episode was called What?
Keep your friends close.
Okay. So this particular episode I actually enjoyed more than any other one I've watched. Not to say it was like a great episode, but it was just like, oh, I didn't hate this as much. This was better. But yeah, this episode kicks off with Naomi seeing somebody on a stretcher in the school, and she like crying and shit, and like, the fuck she crying about? Who's that on the stretcher? They kind of lead you to believe it's somebody that she like really cares about, got hurt or something, or is dead or some shit. And it's just like, oh, what happened? Who got fucked up? And it turns out it's nothing like that at all. And I'm like, first of all, fuck y'all. Second of all, nice work. So yeah, it turns out like she's like in some kind of interrogation room. She's being questioned. But just about something. We really don't know what they're questioning her about. It's just her giving vague answers about what was happening that night.
It's a very slow reveal of what was going on episode.
Yeah. I don't know. I gotta have a talk with Ava DuVernay. It's just like, yo, I don't know if this is like, you know, the genre for you, you know. CW superhero show might not be the right genre for Ava DuVernay, you know. I don't know.
Putting that out there.
Just saying. I like her work. It's just,
oh yes,
this one here, everybody can't do everything, you know. Everybody's not meant to do everything. You know, I can't write like, you know, an artful French noir film. Like that's just I'm not capable. It's really just
Try.
it's not within my, yeah, I could certainly try. It probably would come out worse than Naomi. That's my point. Like there's certain things I can do and I stay in my fucking lane. Sometimes I'll veer into another lane. Like I might be able to try this lane, but there's certain lanes you should get into. I'm like, I don't belong here. Let me get back over here, you know? And I think that's what happened. She veered over into another lane and you just don't, this lane just don't fit, you know? Maybe try a different lane or go back to your other lane, you know? She got a few. This just ain't one of them. We'll see though. But yeah, back at the party, it's time for a toast. So the parents have come up the stairs like, yo, you gonna do that toast you've been working on all this time?
But not working on.
Yeah. So she comes out, does the toast. She's looking for aliens. What's that army dude? Commander Steele shows up at D's place, like, you know, how he's down there training and
at
shit.
the gym.
Yeah. And I'm just like, oh, you want a tattoo, so you came downstairs up into his gym? Really?
Yeah, like you went exploring further into someone's shop because you wanted a tattoo.
Yeah. So we know he's not there for a tattoo. D knows he's not there for a tattoo. Steele knows that D knows he's not there for a tattoo. So there's just a whole lot of posturing going on during this whole time. I'm like, this is getting old. Like, either hit somebody or go home. Like, just like there's a whole lot of posturing. Just like, well, what if I'm like, hit him in his mouth? What's he gonna do? Like, if he dies before he goes home, what happens?
Nothing.
Exactly. You're an alien. Make him disappear. Like whatever. So right now, the suspects of who broke into the house and stole the disc turns out are Nathan, Anthony, and Purple Hair. I can't remember Purple Hair's name. Lordy. Type it in the chat so I can see it written. Maybe that'll help. Because what the word, the noises that you're making don't make sense to me. I thought it would help, and that did not. But okay.
I'm gonna look up the pronunciation for you.
So yeah, anyway, they basically want to use Naomi as a lie detector because of like she can, like, you know, sense heartbeats and all that kind of stuff. Which is like, you know, like, because that's what lie detectors do, blah, blah, blah. We've actually always, you know, it's been proven that lie detectors are not reliable sources as to whether or not people are lying, but okay. We can go with that if you want, because, you know, teenagers are dumb. So
they can think of that stuff.
Yeah. So D calls Zumbato over, and Zumbato tells him, like, yo, this is what's going on with Naomi. Basically tells him everything. So they go to the party. There's a fun line in that whole thing when Zumbato is just like, you gonna wear that? Like, fix your wardrobe, my nigga. Like, you are not fly enough to be going to a party. And so, you know, he does something about it, clearly. So they go to the party. There's some back and forth. They go and talk to the parents, and Zumbato and Mama decide they need to go to the base because they gotta, like, you know, do some espionage kind of shit.
Contingency plan.
Yeah. Let's see. So when it all breaks down and they do their little lie detecting thing and the questioning that they're doing, Naomi ends up suspecting Nathan because, like, you know, he was on the block and he's not, you know, telling them what he was there for, because they know that there's an alien at the party. So they're like, you know, what the fuck?
One of you bitches is an alien.
Yeah. They know the alien was on her block, you know, that day. And they're like, oh, okay. Well, what were y'all there for? And, you know, he was like, I'm not telling you. Like, well, my friend lived there and I was stopping by to see him or some shit, whatever he said. And Lourdes said, like, yeah, I was there. The reason why I was there was none of your business, though. So fuck you. And yeah, there was that. But yeah, Nathan, his alibi just really didn't make no damn sense. So Naomi's very suspicious, and so he's suspect number one.
And I get that because it's kind of funny because aside from the fact that Nathan is a military kid, also like Naomi, also like myself, like it's just funny because like to me, Nathan just kind of feels all out of place.
Yeah.
In every aspect of everything. He just seems so out of it.
Yeah, and every time he talks, I'm like, that voice should not be coming out of your face.
Like his face, the voice, the personality, all of it together just doesn't seem like any of it.
It does feel like those three things feel like they came from three different people.
Yes, like it's three characters put into one person. Next thing they're going to tell us that Nathan is a alien of who's just three people put together.
Yeah. So then Commander Steele shows up at the party. Clearly was not invited.
Yeah, because who the fuck shows up to just someone's anniversary party in fucking jeans and a hoodie or in a jean jacket and shit?
Yeah, so basically what they figure out is like we can figure out who the alien is if we take pictures on film and develop them at the school thing with this certain chemical, and they'll have like blue glowing eyes and shit. So they got Anthony walking around taking pictures of everybody so they can do that shit. So Naomi and purple hair at the dark room, and they talking. There's some like, you don't know blah blah blah. You don't know everything. I don't know everything, and it's okay. I'm cool with that. What purple hair was saying. And that was the gist of their conversation. And then they almost kissed. And I'm just like, I mean, are we going to get a throuple? Is that what's happening here? Or is it Naomi just going to have them both?
I was like, Naomi, are you going to figure out who you want to be with or no?
Of course not. She's a teenager. They're dumb. They don't know what they want. They have no idea. One minute they want this, the next minute they want that, the other minute they want that over there. They don't know. I know this because I was the same way. You're just like, oh, this one over here. Oh, wait, this one over here. Wait, that one over there. Oh, wait, this one too. You're looking behind you and like, oh, wait, I left that one back there. Wait, hold on. Yeah.
For what I was like at that age.
Teenagers. It's just, no focus.
I feel like I had focus, but I feel like it was on dumb shit, probably TV.
You think you had focus. Yeah, teenagers think they do have focus. Until you watch teenagers be teenagers and you're just like, so fucking dumb. And then you realize, wait, I did that dumb shit too. What the fuck? And then you call your parents and apologize for how fucking stupid you were. Because it's like, yo, I'm sorry. I know I got on your damn nerves. I had to have got on your damn nerves. These kids ain't even mine and they get on my damn nerves. Like, what the hell? So anyway, someone else is in the school. Turns out it's Nathan.
Also weird as shit. Like, of all the times you chose to come check on the locker.
Well, it was probably, I think this is Sunday. So it's like he's probably checking for it, like getting it all set for tomorrow because he was going to do the promposal Monday morning.
Bitch, get there early. Get there early.
I mean, getting there before Naomi's probably a problem because she's involved in all this different shit. So she'd probably be there earlier than him no matter what. So yeah, he was planning a whole promposal thing.
You want to do this, get there at 5.
The school has to be unlocked for him to go in there.
How is the school unlocked on a Sunday?
I have no idea. This is TV. It makes absolutely no sense.
So it only leads me to believe that the school somehow has to be unlocked at 5 a.m. Yes.
All the time. Just always unlocked. People just always in the school, apparently.
It's probably because it's a small town, to be honest. It's like the same way that people in like certain areas don't
Lock their doors.
Yeah, like so it's probably, you know, us coming from bigger, slightly problematic cities,
Yeah,
looking at people who are in lovely little Port Oswego towns where everyone knows each other.
Yeah, that makes me uncomfortable.
Super.
Yeah, I
remember the first
I already feel like too many people know who I am. But anyway, go ahead.
Right. I remember the first time I walked into someone's house and their door was unlocked, and I was like, "Why is this unlocked?" And they're like, "It's fine." And I'm just like,
this used to happen, not with everybody, but there were certain people when I lived in Tallahassee, like, you know, college town, and there were certain ones we were friends with. I just go to their place and I just walk in because they just would leave their fucking door unlocked. I'm like, y'all are weird. But like, I used to go in there. Like, there was one time I went into a friend's house, like his apartment, literally, and there was nobody home. I just walked in and I'm just looking around like, where the fuck is everybody at? Like, nobody is here. Your front door is just unlocked.
my friend Ron does that when he's expecting us to come over, like he leaves that shit unlocked in his building. And I'm just like, nigga, what are you doing?
Like y'all could have just came home and I could have just been like on your couch in my drawers for no reason. And you wouldn't have known because y'all just left the front door unlocked.
See, this is why I couldn't live in the same town as you. I know for whatever reason, if I left my door unlocked or for whatever reason you'd have like a spare key, I feel like I would just come home.
To me eating your food? Yeah. On your couch in my drawers? Yeah, 100%. 100%.
But are you eating glueless fruit snacks? Yep.
No, I come in on Wednesday because I know y'all do Taco Tuesday. So I'd come in on Wednesday and eat your leftover tacos.
You just eat all our taco fixins? Because we leave them separate.
Well, I can assemble my own taco. Like I'm perfectly capable of assembling food. Yeah.
Oh, now it makes me want to have a Taco Tuesday. We haven't had one in a while.
How dare you?
I know. I mean, we've had tacos. We just haven't had an official Taco Tuesday in a while. For those of you listening and or watching, or jerking off during wherever you're watching this.
If you're watching this on Pornhub, yeah.
My roommate and I, we used to have quite epic Taco Tuesdays when we first moved in to where we are. We need to get back on that.
Mm-hmm.
I miss those.
Mm-hmm.
Life is hard. Everyone's gotten a job now. It was easier when all my friends were fucking jobless and I was like one of the two people working. My job was so flexible. Now everyone has a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, and now I'm the wild card.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, back to Nathan.
Damn you hoes.
Yeah, but back to Nathan. He's upset because Naomi doesn't trust him and all that kind of stuff, and he's just like, "This is all fucked up." Like, I'm leaving. And he walks away like, "No, don't try to make up." Blah 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 blah. Because he got attitude.
Right. I understood the hurtness of her being like, she don't trust you in that one moment, but I was like, there's a lot of shit going on,
Yeah, but he doesn't know that. Like, that's the thing. He doesn't know why she doesn't trust him. Like, that's the thing. That's what's really fucking him up. Because he's just like, if he knew all the shit that was happening, he would probably get it. But he that all he knows is that she's just accusing him of breaking into her house and stealing something from her. And
because I'm black.
So yeah, that's all he knows. So it's just like in his head, like, yo, this is fucked up. So yeah, of course, if I was him, I wouldn't want nothing to do with that either. But yeah, and then
your dad's white.
And then in comes Commander Steel, and he got some
lurking in the shadows of the school.
Yeah, and he got some device I think he got from Star Labs that will really fuck her up if he uses it. Turns out it was him on the stretcher though, because here come Naomi's parents with the little blue glowing shit, and that fucks up anybody that's not an alien. So it turns out they were aliens, because then we cut to the new to the photo, and we see they the ones with blue glowing eyes too. So that's what they were sensing at the party, was her fucking parents, because they're also fucking aliens. And I'm just like, well, shit.
that took a plot turn.
It did. It did. And that was it. That was Naomi. We now know her parents are aliens, and I'm like, well, shit.
It took 9 episodes to finally kind of catch my interest. I was like, okay, I want to know why they've been lying.
Yeah. Why did they not tell her this? Like, that's weird. That's very weird. And we won't find out for like a month because we don't get another episode, I think, until the 26th. So there's that. No episodes of this or Superman and Lois until the 26th. I know for a fact we get no episodes of Superman and Lois until the 26th. Now I think it's the same for Naomi. Not sure though. I know there's no episode of Naomi next week or the week after. So,
but Superman and Lois is the only one I want to watch.
You gotta wait till the end of April. Dun, dun, dun.
Guess I have no choice other than to acknowledge the fact that Jesus is resurrecting in a week or two. So while I wait.
The rapture. Yeah, that what you're referring to.
Not the rapture, the resurrection.
That was like 2,000 years ago, bro.
Yeah, I know. But like we observe it in like a couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah. But like,
that's all I'm saying.
When you said he's resurrecting, it's just like, is that this gonna happen again? I'm like, no, that was like, 2,000 years ago.
Well, now you know what I meant.
I do know what you meant now. You just threw me off. That's all.
I'm sorry.
That's all I'm saying. I know you didn't mean to. I was just, let you know where my confusion came in. That's all.
Do you see now why it's hard trying to teach a kid how to read when I can barely speak it myself?
It's true. I get it. But also, it's hard to talk to a 5-year-old. So
it is. I had to really sit here and tell her that she'd be wrong about shit sometimes and she has to be okay with that.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Because she was like, she was doing some reading homework and she came in, she asked how much longer she had left. And I was like, why? She's like, because I keep, and she had like her hood over her face and she's like holding it together. And she's just like, because I keep getting it wrong. And I was just like, can you look at me for a second? She's like, no.
I'm ashamed at how bad I am at this.
And I was just like, Luna, you're mad because it's telling you it's wrong? And she's like, yeah. I was like, sweetheart, you're wrong about a lot of things a lot of the time. And that's okay. You're like 5.
You're 5, but you're supposed to be.
Like,
you're learning. Like, that's what this whole thing is you figuring out that you're wrong about things and figure out what's right. Like,
I was like, you're learning something you've never done before. You haven't had to read on your own for 4 years. I wouldn't expect you within the 1 year you've been doing this to master it. I'm sorry. I was like, you're going to be wrong sometimes. That's okay. Mommy's wrong sometimes. That's okay. Daddy's wrong a lot of the time. That's also okay. We are all wrong at some point and it's okay. I was like, you're going to get some shit wrong sometimes. And she started screaming. I was like, I'm not cussing at you. I'm saying like in general, there's going to be shit you're going to get wrong. And that's okay. You don't got to cry. You ain't got to get this flustered. It was such a moment. I wish someone else could have seen it. Mm-hmm. Not because she was upset, but it was like talking her through that and having her realize like, I guess I am going to be wrong sometimes. She's like, I don't want to be wrong. And I was like, I know. That's that Leo stubborn head assness of yours. I get it.
Yeah, I know. My best friend's a Leo. I understand. I go through it all the time with that little stubborn ass nigga.
Yeah, she literally was like, I don't want to be wrong. And I was like, and that's your problem right there.
Okay. See, I'll have a talk with her one time. It's cool. Like being wrong is okay. It's happened to me once before too. It's we can work through this.
She be so stubborn about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll tell her about that one time I was wrong, and we can, work through it together.
My little nugget. I love her. Every day it's a new journey and it's fun.
Mm-hmm. All right, where you want to go next?
Let's go with the Flash. The Flash to me is turning into like some kind of weird ass novella that's like slow building. Don't tease the people, Travis. Then the theme song for Girls Gone Wild comes on.
Man, you said Flash. I figured somebody should flash.
I don't know, it's still over here.
Oh, I was just waiting to see if you were gonna do it. Anyway,
No. Would be easy, but I won't.
Just trying to get us some more views. Anyway.
Sorry, guys, he tried.
I did. I just want everybody out there to give me credit for trying. I tried to do it for y'all. I tried to be there for y'all. And
I pat you on the back.
I appreciate that. I thought you were about to move the camera and flash at first. And I'm like, oh, I did it. And no, I didn't. I failed. And you know what? People out there watching, I'm sorry. Maybe one day I can make it happen for y'all. It might not be Mara. It might just be me. Like I might just pull my dick out just because the people need it.
Maybe our female viewers will go up.
Maybe because we are more heavily skewed towards males for listeners. And
I was just getting ready to ask that. I was like, what are our demographics on that?
I'll actually give the exact percentage. If you give me just a second, I'll look it up. Because I got all that data. That's smacking it around. Hold on. While we're at it, what's this episode of The Flash called? While I'm looking this up.
Phantoms.
Really? That's what it was called? Why is it called that?
Did you watch the episode?
Oh, right. The Phantom of Coast City. Coast City Phantom. Yeah.
I never thought I'd have to ask that myself. I feel like there have been times in the past where we've had to ask me, like, did you actually watch the episode? But for you, I never thought I had
this episode was just very forgettable to me, honestly. That's
really what I was saying. Like, it's like a weird, slow burning soap opera, it feels like.
Yeah. 91% male, 8% female.
Well, pulling your dick out will cause other women
1% not specified.
And maybe them might like it too.
Yeah, they might like it. Exactly. But that's for the Flash. So this starts out with Iris getting checked by Dion. He's just like, okay, you seem all good. And she's like, yeah, she tells him what's been going on with her, how she's just been like missing periods of time. And he's like, not sure. He kind of looks again like, there's something weird happening. I don't know what it is though. But I'm gonna figure it out. Just chill. It's probably nothing. I'm gonna go holler at my homies, and he leaves. Don't tell nobody though. Chill about it, and then leave.
He's like, yeah, keep this to yourself for right now.
Yeah. So then we cut back to Star Labs. They're trying to figure out this cold fusion meta thing that's going on.
So weird.
Yeah, they got no real answers there. Chester seems very concerned though. Then we got Iris. She's gonna go out to the West Coast with Susan. That's Susan, right?
Sue.
Okay. I'm like, she's like, I think I know who that is. That's the one that was with Dibney.
That's Dibney's. Yeah.
Yeah, with no Dibney. So are we like just pretending Dibney isn't there anymore? Is that the thing now?
Yeah. What was do you remember what his exit was for them?
There was no official exit. It was a whole thing. He got into some issues about some shit. I think it was some shit he said on Twitter, or like he had.
No, I know that one. I was talking about like the character. Like I know like his
him and Sue took off.
Yeah, I know his elasticity like was all kinds of weird too.
Well, I don't know about all that, but I know he left with Sue, and then we just never saw him again.
Well, I say that because remember, they had come to him. They had come. Like,
no,
there was an episode. I think, whenever the last time we saw Sue, right after the dude who was playing Dibney was Dibney had come back with her, but there was something that happened that it was easy for them to keep his face covered. Because something had happened and it was all weird. It was very brushed over really quickly. And then
I don't remember.
Yeah, and then they left, like you were saying, like they went off.
We're in the 7th season of this show now. There is so much Flash I've seen and forgotten. It's just, oh my God.
Touche. And we've been doing this for 5.
Yeah, we have. We can literally judge it by how old Luna is.
Yeah, that's the only way I remember how long we've been doing this for.
And that's how I remember how old she is, because I'll forget. Like, oh, she was born the day after our first podcast. Okay, we've been doing this for 5 years.
Makes sense.
So there's another thing that happens. Somebody else gets cold fusioned. Flash shows up, but he's too late. Turns out it's some kind of black fire that's doing it. Like, oh, okay. But him and Barry and Chester are able to save some of it in a little like containment jar thingy for some analysis.
They preserved the flame.
Yeah. So there's some in Coast City. Is the family. They locate her at a coffee shop. Because
and another Jitters.
Is it Jitters?
Yeah, they walked into a CC Jitters. I was very confused about if they had actually left and went to the West Coast. I was like, is CC like? And I was even confused because it was called CC Jitters, and I thought maybe that was like
Coast City.
That does make sense.
Mm-hmm.
I also didn't remember the name of the city. I just remember they were on the west side.
Yeah, Coast City.
My second favorite kind of rap.
Of course it would be.
Why?
I mean, you from the East Coast, so of course East Coast would be your favorite kind of rap.
I said West. I
know. You said West is your second favorite.
Oh, no. Southern is my first.
Oh, really?
I'm a very big Juicy J 3-6 Mafia 20, like all them niggas.
Oh, okay. Well, I stand corrected.
East Coast would be third.
Okay. I feel you.
Because
West Coast is my favorite, but you know.
So I go favorites based off of like what am I listening to more often, and I find that Juicy J is a lot more in my current rotation.
And when it comes to my rotation, Snoop Dogg pops up more than pretty much anybody else. So
yeah, Snoop Dogg would be second. Snoop Dogg and NWA and all them.
Yeah,
Dre.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's like Snoop, closely followed by Bone Thugs and Harmony. But the thing is, like
Tupac
is right after them. It's one of them things. Yeah. And then there's Eminem, but like Eminem has a more of a West Coast style too, as far as his beats and everything go. But that's because Dr. Dre produced him. So
yeah, I was just like Dre.
Hence why like that whole halftime performance at the Super Bowl was just like my entire life story. And it was just like, this is the greatest thing that has ever happened in the history of Super Bowls. Like that's the only Super Bowl halftime show that I'll go back and watch after the Super Bowl is over with. like maybe like a week ago, I'll watch that whole halftime show again because it was just like this was so dope. But anyway,
it'd be fun. I was gonna say it's just funny because I feel like people will overhear my headphones and just see me walking, and then they can hear if I have it really loud, you hear kind of what I listen to, and they'd be like, "Damn, that is an angry little girl." Like, like my library is just like really angry or really emotional.
I hear you. Yeah, for me, it was just like I said, that whole halftime show was just my shit. Like as soon as Dre sat down at the piano, I knew exactly what song was about to play. And I was just like, yes. Anyway.
What a great time.
It was. Anyway, so this Phantom decides that she's gonna break Iris's phone as soon as they tell her that they were able to track her with the Meta app. And I'm just like, so you gonna buy me a new phone, bitch? Like,
right. That's a felony.
Like I'm going to like it's one of the moments when I'm just like,
unless Iris has an Android, then that's not really a felony.
explain how's one
Yeah.
felony, one's not.
Well, it depends on what the value of the phone is. I know like most of the iPhones are like $1,000 starting, for the ones that people like to get, like the popular ones that everyone wants to get.
That's the same for Androids.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I haven't had an Android in forever. I just kind of figured they were a lot more affordable.
Yeah, they are. However, they're not as expensive as iPhones, but the best ones do still go like a bit higher up in the price range.
Oh, okay.
Like the good Samsungs and the good Windows phones and stuff like that are all
Windows phones are now like $1,000 too. I really don't
the
be
best
paying
ones.
attention.
Yeah, I mean the really good ones are the LGs and all them. Like the really good phones are higher up on the price. I don't know how many of them actually hit the $1,000 range, but they're pretty high up there.
Now I'm gonna look all this up when we get done with this because now I'm curious.
Yeah,
I be having those iPhone prices ingrained in my brain because reasons.
mm-hmm. Let me see. The S22 right now.
I remember having the second Galaxy.
Yeah, the S22.
And they're on 22.
Well, they skipped like a bunch of numbers too. So
okay. Because I was just like, how often have they been coming out with phones that they are already at 22?
Yeah, they skipped ahead.
So I had a Galaxy when the
it looks like
iPhone
the S22 Ultra at full
out.
price is right under basically $1,200.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, the S22
Someone at my
Ultra,
job the other.
There's the straight S22 is $850, S22 Plus is $1,050, and then the S22 Ultra is $1,200. So yeah, that's where they're at now. We'll see what happens. I'm about due for a new phone because I've had this one for some years now. I've actually found a way to finally damage it, so I gotta get a new one.
Yeah, my phone dropped at work the other day, and I have a dent in my screen.
Damn. Yeah,
it's small, but it's bothering me now.
Yeah, and this is one like I got it a while ago. Like I paid full price for it. It's paid for and everything. It was just like I just bought it outright because I pretty much everything I use, I do the prepaid service on stuff, so I don't have contracts with anybody or anything like that. So I can just hop from wherever I want to wherever I want to go whenever I want because I own my phone, so they don't have me locked in anywhere. So, but yeah. So she breaks Iris's phone. What the fuck was her name again? Do you know her name?
Tina.
Huh?
Tina.
Was it Tina?
That was what I heard towards the end. At some point, I thought I heard her say like.
I thought it was more complicated, like Taya or something like that,
like Tanya or something like that. But at the end I heard Tina, so I was just like, well, I'm just gonna go with the fact that her name is Tina.
I don't think it's Tina. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I don't think that's it. But anyway, we got a scene here with Chester with the flame, and apparently he gets out of the container and he's like freaking out because it's like consuming this whole lab and everything, but it was just a dream. And he's freaking out. And Cecile can sense that he's freaking out, even though he's trying to say he's not freaking out. Then we got a moment with Iris and sitting down with Sue, and they're just talking about shit. And she finally tells Sue what's going on with her, why she wanted to go all the way across the fucking country and do all this, because she's just trying to keep her mind off of the crazy shit that's going on with her.
I think it's Iris's storyline that's very soap opera to me.
Yeah, it's just.
Oh yeah, Tinya, Tinya.
T-I what?
Tina with a Y in between the N and the A.
Oh, okay, sure it's not Taina?
No. I know how to spell Taina.
You know how you spell Taina.
I know how the Tinya. How does that even translate to Taina?
Oh, between the N and the A. Okay. Yeah. Tania.
Yeah, or Tina. That's the only thing I can think of.
I hate it.
Just name the girl Tina.
Yeah, and it was the point where I was like, so we just supposed to forget about Dibney. Okay. Let's see. Then we got
Yeah.
Allegra. She's trying to comfort Chester because he's freaking out, and there's
They
still
can
that
tell.
yeah, there's still that romantic tension there. And we're just like, so y'all gonna fuck? No, not yet. Okay. We kind of know because he went into the future, and that apparently it happened after a D&D session, but we don't know what's gonna happen now because things changed again. Then the
But it's
Black
nice to
Flame.
know that they are still playing D&D.
Yeah, it is nice. But then the Black Flame gets out for real this time. They call Barry to help put it out, but he can't do it. Then it disappears.
And Frost can't do it either.
Yeah, so they think like the meta's controlling the fire remotely, because they can't figure out where the actual meta is, so they not sure what's happening. Iris and Sue, they find the Phantom again. Basically, she's been looking for her birth mother. They're like, yo, we can help you find her, blah, blah, blah. Then we got Chester and Allegra talking again. He sees a ghost in the fire. He thinks it's his father. Then the flame comes back. Chester's freaking out. They all like, yo, this ain't your daddy. This is not your pappy. Like, he wouldn't want you to be like this. He would not do this to you, blah, 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 blah.
Gotta let go of your grief, Chester.
You gotta let it go.
Gotta move forward.
Looks like another love TKO. Let it go, baby. Okay.
I'll take that over Frozen any day.
Why would you even bring that up?
Look, I'm a parent of a 5-year-old. That was literally the first thing that came to my brain.
It occurred to me at some point too, but I'm like, I'm not going to mention it. I made a conscious effort not to mention that movie.
Well, it's only because you said sorry, and I felt the need to be like, you don't need to apologize, because I would take that over Frozen any day.
I said sorry.
Something like that. It sounded like you were like trying to find a reason to be excused, like you didn't need to be excused or anything at all.
I don't remember doing that. Damn, am I skipping through time too? Okay.
Okay, Iris.
But anyway, so we got Flash and Frost there. They're gonna try to hold this thing off while Chester does his thing to try to make it go away. Cecile is feeling the despair of like thousands of people in the flames and shit.
She realizes it's just feeding off of people's fear and sadness.
Yeah. Then Chester's father appears in front of him, but they're like, yo, that is not your pappy. It's not your pappy. And
that's not your dad.
Yeah. And he still turns out he's feeding off of his grief right now, and that's what it needs. He ends up fighting it off though, and the flame leaves. And then we get a 3-way hug, which started as a 2-way hug, but then Cecile joined in awkwardly, and then she senses the shit that's going on. She's like, oh, let me back up out of here so y'all can
like, oh, it's like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Let me go ahead and step on out, and y'all can do what y'all want to do.
I'll just be over here.
Mm-hmm. So then we get more romantic tension, and it didn't go anywhere though because they hard-headed. And Dion returns to see Iris. He's like, yo, I know what's wrong, and it ain't good news. Da-da-da.
For once, I'm looking forward to another Flash episode because I want to know what he's going to say.
For once?
Well, in a while.
Okay. I'm about to say, you never looked forward to a Flash episode before? Damn.
No. Sorry. I did think about that after I said it, but I was already still in my sentence. Had to commit.
Yeah. We'll see what happens next week. It's the only show next week, so yeah. That leaves us with Superman and Lois. This episode was called What?
It's not called that. It's
Oh,
just
I'm about to
after
say that's quite the episode title.
it's like just remembering now that there's not going to be an episode next week and just knowing how this episode ended.
Yup. Did you see the trailer for the next episode?
No.
Oh, you should watch that. You should watch that. Because, like, yeah, it's basically Superman in Bizarro world now. And yeah, I guess it's that same 30 days while he's in Bizarro world. And it's like, okay. And it's very different over there. But anyway, name of the episode.
30 days and 30 nights.
Yeah. Those are the 30 days and 30 nights without Superman. So somebody breaks Allie out as one of the army people. Basically, Lucy convinced her that Allie could save Anderson. So she helps her. Then Allie goes through the little portal thing. Superman goes after her, of course, and bad stuff keeps happening, and there's no Superman because he's gone. And yeah.
And then so Jordan's training even harder.
Yeah. Everybody's wondering where the fuck is Superman? It's been a month. Like, yo, what the fuck? So,
like, what are we going to do without you, man? We've gotten so used to having you here.
Yeah. And apparently, like every day, Jordan's been stepping out on their front porch and just listening to see if Clark's coming back yet, or see if he can figure out where he is and go to him and all that kind of shit. Yeah.
It's like, it like reminds me of like those videos where you see like the puppies like waiting for their owner to come home and then they don't come home.
We're not getting into this Futurama shit right now because I will not cry on this podcast.
I wasn't even thinking about that, but yeah, that's even too sad.
Mm-hmm. Then we got Natalie. She's just failing at breakfast making. Like, she's trying to make waffles. I didn't know what was happening there. I just thought she was just bad at waffles. Turns out that was her mother's, waffle recipe that she was trying to recreate on the anniversary of her death. And I'm like, oh, that's morbid, but okay.
So honestly, this looks like maybe if she had just put a little bit more batter in and greased the waffle iron, might have been.
That seemed like the real issue, that she didn't spray the waffle iron. Like, it's just like if you would just took some Pam and just they would have
been straight.
Yeah. Like, this is going very awfully for you because I didn't, and even the batter itself, you're like, that batter seems very watery. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, you needed to thicken that up.
Like, I thought she was trying to do that one of those hacks where you make eggs in the waffle iron kind of thing at first. And I'm just like, I thought that's what was happening. And he's just like, oh wait, no, that's not what she's doing. Oh, she's trying to make waffles and she's just bad at this. So yeah, it's election day. What's that?
I said all that internet and no lookups.
Yeah. So yeah, it's election day. Some lady starts yelling at John about about him being on that yellow and the football season being canceled and all that kind of shit.
The coach even agreed.
I'm like, oh, that's because y'all don't know that your previous quarterback was also on that shit. So
right.
He just got taken out before y'all could, find that out. So
let's be calm here. But I was also like, John, these are just more repercussions of your own doing.
Yeah, and that's why he kind of just took that shit. He was just like, he just ate it because he knew. He was like, this is the kind of thing that's gonna happen because I decided to eat this shit. There's also sometimes with Sarah and George, like, she notices that he's been real distant
and distracted.
Yeah, because he's been playing hero since Clark's been gone. There's been no Superman, so George's been trying to fill in and do that kind of shit. Then some shit goes down with a fire, so he takes off. He goes there, and there's a fucking fire tornado apparently, and Cal almost dies, and Jordan saves him from the fire tornado. Apparently he can fly now. Who knew? Steel shows up.
Must have been the first time.
Yeah, Yeah, it seems like it. Because the way he described it to John, it seemed like it was the first time he did it.
He was just like, I didn't think that was gonna work, my dude.
Yeah, so Steele shows up and he basically tells Jordan, like, yo, get the fuck up out of here. I got this now. And he puts the fire out and everything. And this is when we find out that it's the anniversary of Parallel Lois's death. Natalie's mad because John Henry Irons isn't even like acknowledging it.
Nigga forgot. Horrible. Well, not horrible, but like, damn. That's shitty.
Yeah. Sarah's trying to talk to her and help, but it just does not go well.
Oh, because she starts trying to tell her about the ofrendas for Day of the Dead, and she tries to ask her for a picture of her mom, and she's like,
can't do that because you don't know what it is. You don't know my mother is Lois Lane. And yeah, this opens up a whole other shit. And that's what kind of fucks Natalie up too. It's really like, I
can't talk to anyone but y'all about this, which makes it even more fucked up because y'all look like them.
Yeah.
Poor Natalie.
Yeah. So then we got Jordan and John to talk about the burning building. John gets like, he's upset about not being able to like, be around people and all that kind of stuff and not tell anybody about what's going on. And yeah, he's all just upset. He's like, this is not okay because he's like, oh, it's stupid. I got to do this homeschooling thing and I got to blah, blah, blah. And he's like, fuck that. Yeah. Then John Henry Irons snitches on Jordan. I'm like, yo, that's why. Like,
it was
he told him to leave and he left. Like, what's the issue?
Why did you feel compelled to snitch on him?
Yeah. Uncalled for. Lois is pissed.
Because he didn't even give him the chance to explain it himself.
Yeah. So Lois comes home and she's pissed, and George's about to tell her, and she goes off on him, and he was like, well, I mean,
what are you going to do about it?
Yeah, basically, she's like, as long as you live in the market, like, you can't stop me. I'm the one with the power. What the fuck you gonna do? Like, yeah, fuck you. I do what I want. And he walks away because there's no Clark around to like physically like be able to like fuck him up. So like, honestly, at this point, who gonna check him?
Right. Jordan's like, Mom, I can literally break your legs with one flick.
Yeah. And honestly, that's the problem with, boys, especially like teenage boys. Like, you have to like make them believe that you as a father can still fuck them up, because if they don't believe that, they think they can do whatever they want. It's really just that simple with boys. Like, if we think we can beat you in a fight, then we think we have control. It's kind of how we think. Yeah, I know it don't make no sense to you, but that's just how we think. It's fine. But it also makes things incredibly simple. So as long as your son believes that they can't whoop your ass, you good. You just have to have it in their head that no matter what, you try to fight me, you will lose.
This is how you establish dominance.
Yeah, it is just that simple. It's how we work. It's weird, but that's how we work. Then later on, we got Sarah. She goes to see Cam. Yeah, he's got no stuff like at all, because he's just like, I don't want to, decorate.
He's not taking care of himself.
Yeah, he doesn't want to like put down roots in this place. He's like, no, this is temporary. As long as I believe it's temporary and I don't put down anything, I'll move past this and blah blah blah. But apparently there was it's not gonna happen the way he think, because but we find out after that, like, apparently there was X-Kryptonite at the fire, and that's why there was a fire tornado, because X-Kryptonite does weird shit, apparently, other than like people who inhale it and get superpowers. And then they're talking about it around the table, and like, yo, we need to talk to a dealer. We need to get a dealer to talk to about this. They look at John like,
you need to talk now.
And he's just like, I can't, blah, blah, blah. And then old man Lane like, yo, I'll give them immunity. Like, they'll be fine. Don't worry about that shit. Bring them here. I got this. And John like, you promise? He's like, yeah, I got you. Like, I'm old man Lane. I can do what the fuck I want. Yeah, nothing's gonna happen to her. We need her to stop this other shit from happening, though.
Right.
Well, they don't know it's a
less,
she. They don't know it's a her. Like, we need them to
they is less of a concern than the people they have leads to.
Yeah, like 100%. Old man Lane could not give two shits about her. Like, it's just like, I don't care. Like, yeah, immunity, whatever. I don't give a shit. Because honestly, like, I'm not too upset about you using X kryptonite. Like,
right. What? He seemed like to be the only person who was not really bent out of shape. He was like, oh no.
He's just one of those things. Like, I feel like his mindset was, you probably shouldn't, but I get it. Like,
I get it. I mean, one of y'all has powers. The other one probably should be a little tough too.
Yeah. So John brings Candace. She tells him everything she knows. So they got to go to this one spot, Old Man Lane and Lois. They got to bring Jordan with him because he can listen and figure out where the shit is. They end up finding it. Old Man Lane and Lois, they go on snooping around. Lois gets picked, gets greedy, and starts taking pictures and shit. And like, yo, get the fuck up out of there. Gets them caught.
She starts being investigator Lois.
Yeah. Jesus. And so Jordan has to save them because Lois is being Lois. Like, yo, you can't be doing that when there's no Superman here to save you. But she does it anyway. So Jordan has to go in there and save him.
Which is also like, what the fuck, Lois? Like, because you got all on him about being hero shit, and then now you have to call him to do hero shit.
Yeah. So turns out Lana wins the election.
Yay.
Sarah, yeah. And after
Women's History Month.
Yeah, I guess that did happen in March. You're right. It's April now, but that happened in March. Yeah.
At least in our world.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
Mm-hmm. So then we got Jordan and Sarah talking, and Sarah breaks up with Jordan because he can't tell her what's going on. And I'm like, yeah, that's the life of a hero, bro. Like, it's kind of what it is. Ask all the superheroes. All those superheroes, their relationships suffer. Except the Flash.
I was gonna say it takes a very long time, and I was gonna say Green Arrow, but I mean,
oh no, that relationship suffered. That relationship suffered. It suffered until he died. even when she was with somebody that knew and all that kind of stuff, the relationship suffered until he died.
Even in death.
Yes. So, yeah. Then Natalie comes home. John Henry Irons is making waffles. He acknowledges what he did and all that kind of stuff, how he forgot and how he wasn't acknowledging it because he was like, I was trying just to move forward, and that's not the way to do it. We still need to acknowledge it. We need to celebrate your mother's life and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So he made waffles because Natalie's bad at waffles because she doesn't know how to use Pam.
He was like, I can't have you wasting any more food.
Yeah. So then Sarah, she goes to Kyle's place just to hang out. She tells him what happened with her and Jordan. And they're like, okay, we just gonna be miserable together because, that's our life now. Then Jordan gets one of those weird headaches things. We find out it's because Bizarro Jordan is on their Earth. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
In his full, punk leather jacket kind of get up.
Emo John.
Yeah. And that was the end. No more episodes of Superman and Lois until April 26th. That's it. So we got to wait a month. But yeah. Mara, that's it. Who's winning?
Is anybody winning?
Lana.
Oh, true. Yeah. Lana did win this week.
Mm-hmm. She's the one that legit had a good week, I think.
Yeah.
Everybody else's win came with a but.
Naomi, you got out of this, but you just found out your parents are also aliens,
and your
that they've
boyfriend
been
is
like
pissed. So,
yeah. What else? Iris. We found out what it is, but it ain't good.
It ain't good news, exactly. Well, the rest of Team Flash, they defeated the cold fusion thing, but it's still at large, so they really didn't win.
They don't know what, and they still don't know what it is fully.
Right. But good side of that is we finally, I think, met our big bad for the season, so that's good. We don't know exactly what it is, but I'm pretty sure that's basically what the big bad is coming from, is that. So
yeah, just curious to see it pan out.
Mm-hmm. Who's losing?
Fucking everyone. I don't know. I kind of want to say Superman right now because the last scene did not look good for him when Bizarro Jonathan was like, "It's too late."
That seems pretty valid. Let me think a little bit.
Yeah, like I'm really trying to think like who else might be in a weird or bad predicament.
I think old Commander Steele's having a worse week than Superman, though. So I'm gonna say it's him because he thought he was gonna do some shit and they fucked him up. So Commander Steele from Naomi, I'm gonna go with him.
All right.
You've got a tally going right now, right? Who's overall winning right
now? I'd have to really make a real tally.
Okay.
I've been writing everyone's names each week.
Oh, okay. Do you have that for next week?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Next week we'll discuss the overall winners going, where we're at right now.
Can I ask a question? Because we haven't really had an actual like season break. Where are we going from?
I don't know.
Do you want
since you started keeping track?
I mean, I've been keeping track since we started doing that.
Oh, really?
But yeah, like I've been doing them for a while. I mean, I've been doing them for a while, but I'd have to see if I've written one each week. But I've been doing them even since when we were doing Black Lightning.
I thought you officially started keeping track, like, this past season start, because I said I wanted to keep track. You were doing it already anyway? Didn't know.
At least for the last year.
Okay. Well, we'll go from the fall.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, these most recent season premieres. So like, this season of Batwoman that just ended, this season of The Flash, this season.
We started last January.
Okay. So yeah. I guess I'd say when the October seasons of stuff started. So like when Batwoman started and Legends and all that started in the fall.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll go from there. You just give us a tally. So pretty much what I want to do is add up to all the wins and the loss subtract from the wins. You know what I mean? So if you were winning, say you were winning like 4 times,
the character.
If the character was winning 4 times, but they were losing 3 times, they only got 4 wins. They only have 1 win. I mean, you know what I mean?
Got you.
Every time they're losing, it subtracts a win. You follow me?
Yes. Okay.
So basically, we're just keeping track of who's at the top right now, who's really winning. That's really all I want to know. So all the ones just kind of add them up, and if they have losses, subtract the losses from the wins.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah. You got me?
They can do. Yeah.
Okay. So next week we'll have a tally. We'll see who's officially winning so far.
Yes.
Cool. Well, that'll be it for this week's episode of Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow, the number one Arrowverse podcast on Pornhub. Do not forget you can find us on both Twitter and Instagram at The Creation World. That is at TheCreatia World. As always, I'm not telling you how to spell world. Get a damn dictionary. Also on Facebook at facebook.com/Creation World. You can follow me on both Twitter and Instagram at Lord_Cussalott. That is at LORD_CUSSALOTT. Mara, where can they find you?
Instagram and Twitter's at Mara the Shark, MARADASHARK.
Also, this particular podcast has its own Facebook group. Mara, what's that Facebook group?
Facebook.com/groups/Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow.
Also, if you're a wrestling fan, do not forget to check out Smacking the Raw each and every week. This weekend is WrestleMania, so there's big things coming. The most wonderful time of the year if you're a wrestling fan. There's also a Facebook group that goes along with that, facebook.com/group/Smacking it Raw. And I think that's it. Yeah.
Bam.
We'll catch y'all next week. Until then, we out.
Bye.